We're getting a clearer look at the very busy and very dangerous night Bexar County firefighters had during the New Year's Eve holiday. The Bexar County Fire Marshal's office said they had a 31% increase in firework-related incidents this year. It includes at least 42 separate fires related to fireworks, 8 structure fires, and 13 brush fires, including this huge one along Highway 281. The fire marshal says he would like to see more done when it comes to fireworks safety. News 4 San Antonio's Phil Sterling is live with more on the solutions that they're seeking. Phil?
Jordan, that's right. Bexar County Fire Marshal Chris Lopez says that fireworks are dangerous enough, let alone when you introduce them to drought conditions like we're in right now that are severe. It's why he's working with local leaders to bring forward restrictions on some fireworks in the next legislative session. Now, San Antonio saw more than 40 separate fires during the New Year holiday. There was a major brush fire along Highway 281 in North Bexar County. Several vacant structures were destroyed and an apartment building was threatened. There was also this home along Autumn Sun on the northwest side. It sustained serious damage that investigators say was caused by fireworks. Nobody was injured, but the home might be a total loss. And then there was this wild video shared with us by Elizabeth Rodriguez. It shows a man rapidly firing off several Roman candles in the air on the south side. He says examples like this are completely reckless considering the drought we're under and the bone dry conditions that exist.
So we knew that we were going to get a cold front come in, and that with that, you're going to have the decrease of the humidity. You can start a fire very easily with that. I mean, it doesn't take a whole lot. Just a small ember can start those ground fuels.
Currently, fireworks are illegal in San Antonio city limits, but Bexar County has some restrictions on certain fireworks like missiles with fins and rockets with sticks. Lopez says he plans on working with those local leaders and the community to develop a bill that they hope will be proposed in the 2027 legislative session. Phil Sterling reporting live from Bexar County, News 4 San Antonio.
There is a renewed push tonight to try and crack down on stray and celebratory gunfire in San Antonio neighborhoods. This comes after a New Year's Eve shooting that wounded a 9-year-old boy. Sebastian Rodriguez was shot in the leg just after midnight on Thursday while sitting on his front porch. He is now home from the hospital and talking about that frightening experience, just as a state lawmaker is calling for changes. News 4 San Antonio's Taylor Whartonby joins us now with what Sebastian has to say.
Still in pain but eager to return back to school, 9-year-old Sebastian, who was struck by a stray bullet during New Year's Eve celebrations, shares his story about what happened and how he is recovering.
It hurt and I was screaming, so I ran inside.
9-year-old Sebastian Rodriguez is back home, resting and recovering, healing from a shocking and traumatic moment that sent him to the hospital New Year's Eve night.
Me sitting next to my grandma and getting shot, screaming and going inside.
Sebastian was ringing in the new year with his family when a stray bullet hit him in his right leg just after midnight. He remembers everything in vivid detail.
Had to rip my pants open for it, and if I had to rate the injury, I'll literally rate it a 10. It still hurts, even in the sun.
Sebastian, like any boy his age, is full of life and energy, but this encounter with a bullet has left him shaken and fearful it would happen again.
Since the incident, I feel like it's always gonna happen again.
State Representative Liz Campos says cases like this show why communities need better tools to track and stop stray gunfire. Her own home was hit by stray gunfire 2 years ago. She says action needs to be taken now, and that's why she refiled a bill to address the issue.
The bill is asking to study gunshots that are heard by technology that are never reported. So it focuses on larger cities like San Antonio where gunshot detection systems are in use.
State Representative Liz Campos says Sebastian's story highlights the need for House Bill 2101, which aims at keeping families and children safer. Reporting from the east side, I'm Taylor Whartonby.
This video shared with us by Elizabeth Rodriguez. It shows a man launching fireworks into the air with his hands, standing on a rooftop. In all, this amounts to a 31% increase in fire calls, a combination of some reckless behavior, but also the bone-dry weather conditions. News 4 San Antonio's Phil Sterling is live with us tonight with more on those fire calls and what some officials want to do about them. Hi, Phil.
Jordan, the Bexar County Fire Marshal says that there were 42 separate firework-related fires that happened in Bexar County, and they say when you combine that with the severe drought conditions we have here, it creates a critical situation. New Year's Eve night, crews battled this massive brush fire. The fire destroyed at least one vacant house and threatened some nearby apartments before crews got it under control. This home on Autumn Sun on the northwest side was heavily damaged by fire at around 10:30 on New Year's Eve. The cause was fireworks. And this wild scene on the southwest side, there a man was firing off Roman candles into the air. Bexar County saw a 31% increase in firework-related incidents this New Year's compared to previous years. Between December 28th and January 1st, there were 8 structure fires, total property damage of $475,000. 13 brush fires, and at least 2 serious injuries where people had to be hospitalized.
We just didn't get a lot of moisture.
Bexar County Fire Marshal Chris Lopez says considering the drought the area has been dealing with for the past several years, more needs to be done to increase safety and protect people.
Can we do more to ensure that our public is safe? And I think we can.
Fireworks are banned in San Antonio city limits, but in Bexar County only a few aerial fireworks are banned, like missiles with fins and rockets with sticks. Lopez wants to work with state lawmakers in order to get more things on the list of banned fireworks. Now, Lopez also wants to work with other fire marshals to help come up with a bill that they hope to introduce to the next legislative session in 2027. Phil Sterling reporting live, News 4 San Antonio.
We are dealing with dry conditions across our area, and that ramps up the risk for fires to spark and spread quickly. Meteorologist Joe DiCarlo is tracking those drought conditions. Joe, when might we finally see some relief from this?
It's going to be a long time, Jordan, because we need a beneficial rain, and rain chances ahead of us just aren't there. I mean, the highest we have through the next 7 days is 10% towards the end of next week. Overall, it's a pretty dry forecast in front of us, and the drought conditions, well, they're continue to be in the extreme drought conditions across much of the area, including most of Bexar County in that extreme drought. And you see severe to extreme drought conditions out west and across the hill country as well. The winds today, that was the concern. We had those strong gusty winds, dry conditions. They have backed off now. We have a lighter wind out of the west, but still bone dry conditions across South Texas with relative humidity in a 20 and 30% range. So any spark that may be out there, New Year's Eve wasn't that windy, but we have the dry conditions. Those fires can start and spread very easily. So until we can get a good rain, we're going to continue to see that high fire danger.